In 2025, two of the fiercest gaming laptops go head-to-head. Acer Predator Triton 500 versus ASUS ROG Strix SCAR 17. Which one really delivers? On the left, the premium portable Acer Predator Triton 500. And on the right, the extreme performance gaming beast, ASUS ROG Strix SCAR 17. Let's skip the marketing hype and dig into what actually matters. Each round gets a score, and by the end, you'll see exactly which powerhouse takes the crown. The final verdict might just surprise you. All right, before we get deep into the nitty-gritty, let's lay out our roadmap. We've got categories like price, performance, display quality, portability, battery life, all your ports and connectivity options, and yes, good old design and build. So let's start ticking off boxes, side by side. Price. Oh, good place to start, right? The Triton 500 is way more wallet-friendly. We're talking about a range that usually sits between $1,600 and $2,100. And for those specs, that's honestly a pretty nice deal. Sure, if you max out the configuration, you could bump it near the SCAR 17's pricing. But for casual gamers or creators, it's just more sensible. Now, the SCAR 17, that's where you start questioning, wow, do I need this much power? It's pricier, usually north of $2,500. Yeah, you're investing in a flagship with beastly hardware. But unless you're one of those hardcore enthusiast types, the marginal gains over the Triton can feel, overkill. So for most folks, Triton 500 gets the clear win here. All right, sliding over to performance. And let's be real, it's gonna get spicy. The Predator Triton 500 is no joke. It'll let you choose between a range of GPUs up to RTX 3080 or even 4070, paired with slick Intel chips. It runs AAA games smooth as butter. But yeah, it kind of caps off at top configs that the SCAR 17 blows past. Because wow, the Strix SCAR 17 is just mad. You get up to AMD Ryzen 9 or the latest Intel Core i9, RAM up to 64 GB, storage up to 2 terabytes, and GPUs as wild as the RTX 4090. It's bulkier, sure, and it does crank up the heat, but if you want absolute top-tier FPS no matter what, this is your machine. So, performance? Gotta hand this one to the SCAR 17. Okay, let's talk displays. And this part gets kind of interesting. The Triton 500 has a 16-inch display, QHD Plus at 2560 by 1600, crisp as heck, really vibrant, with a refresh rate up to 240 Hz. The pixel density is impressive, and brightness goes wild, like up to 1250 nits. You could basically game in a sunny window. It is a bit smaller than the SCAR, but those visuals are so much sharper. The SCAR 17 counters back with a giant 17.3-inch screen, gorgeous for sheer size. And top configs will get you a nutty 360 Hz refresh rate for super fast motion gaming. But downside, it's lower res, only 1080p. So if you care about sharpness and color accuracy, you might feel that difference. Triton walks away here with the win for display. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know the SCAR 17 can shove in up to 64 gigs of RAM? That is seriously bonkers and way more than most of us will ever need. Just wow. Portability. Now, this will matter to anyone who travels with their laptop, right? Triton 500 is king of compact. It's about 16% smaller, much thinner at just under 20 millimeters, and honestly, easier to slide in your backpack. Oh, and it's actually lighter, so your shoulders thank you. The SCAR 17, though, yeah, it's got a bigger cooling system and an expanded keyboard, but lugging it around, not ideal. It's chunkier, just takes up way more space. So for students, creators, anyone not chained to a desk, Triton wins big here. Okay, battery life. Now, neither of these is exactly marathon ready, but let's compare. Triton 500 does have a beefy battery option, almost 100 watt-hours in some versions, and does fine for light use. But once you start gaming, 5 hours is about max before you hit the charger. The SCAR 17, though, is a surprise here. You actually get around 7 hours on mixed light workloads, and ASUS tuned the power profiles pretty smartly. Of course, crank it to full gaming and you'll demolish the battery. But if you want just a smidge more unplugged time, SCAR squeaks past Triton. Moving on to connectivity, which, oh man, if you use tons of gear, this matters. Triton 500 scores points for modern stuff. Thunderbolt ports galore, latest HDMI, extra SD card slot. So if you're a content creator, you'll geek out over the flexibility. The SCAR 17 is old school in some ways. Yeah, lots of USB-A for gaming mice, but less on the latest high-speed USB-C options. Triton wins here, just a more practical mix for 2025. Last but not least, let's chat design and build. Here's where it gets personal, honestly. The Triton 500 nails the minimalist aesthetic. Sleek metal shell, thin bezels, just feels premium. It's backpack friendly, doesn't scream gamer unless you're looking close. On the other hand, the Strix SCAR 17, oh, it packs all the RGB. That gamer spaceship vibe. Flashy, rugged, customizable lighting, super robust cooling. But yeah, it's chunky. If you want something subtle, Triton's your pick. But if you want to make a statement at LAN parties, SCAR is basically a parade. But in pure build, both are honestly great. So we're calling this one a tie. So looking at the full category spread, Triton 500 really shines on price, display, portability, connectivity, and that snazzy design. SCAR 17 is ridiculously strong on raw performance and even pulls ahead slightly with battery life. It's a pretty clear visual. Triton is champion of versatility, while SCAR is all about maximum gaming muscle. Honestly, if you want a laptop that travels well, doubles as a creative workstation, and won't break your back or your bank, Predator Triton 500 is the go-to. But if you need the absolute top FPS, mod everything, and basically want a desktop in a portable shell, the SCAR 17 is the wild card for serious gamers and esports folks. Bottom line, choose what you value most, power or portability. So what'd you think? Are you all about that portable gaming lifestyle, or is extreme performance your jam? Either way, hit us up with your pick and claim your perfect gaming rig for 2025.